What up, everybody? JV Outdoors here. I'm still in Kentucky right now, but I wanted to get this video out as fast as I can. It's from my buddy Greg Bicknell from the Camaraderie Rescue Mission. He's doing a lot of good stuff for veterans and first aid responders and stuff like that, and now he's building this retreat to be able to host a bunch of events for these people. And so I want to get this video out as fast as I can. Please go check the links down below to see what's going on. Anything you purchase with shirts or the coffee or whatever, go subscribe to his YouTube channel, which is also linked down below. He gives updates on what's going on and all that stuff. So hope you enjoy the video. Please watch it all the way through, and I'll catch you all later. Peace. Genesis 9:3-2. Don't you forget it. Later.
It's going to be a cabin that sits there that has 5 rooms that sleeps 2 people each in bunkhouses, and then a center area which is a gathering area, but it's also going to have beds, so we'll end up sleeping about 20 in that general location. So as you come past that tree you see in the middle as we walk, this other side is where the actual retreat, the lodge, is going to be. And so the lodge is going to be somewhere around 40 by 40, and that's not including the area around it that's going to be set up. So this area over here, basically in the center, is going to be where you see the retreat area. So when you come in, you'll have a big fire pit out front. You'll have the lodging area there, and then you walk across no more, and there'll be the lodge, or the event center, the retreat center, which will have access to. We'll have where we can cook, an outdoor grilling area, smoking area, as in smoking meats, and then inside of there is where we'll do all of the events. It's where, and then outside of there, in this location, is where we'll have. There's a fishing pond up there. There's a trail we'll get to down here, and that'll all be a part of the whole experience. As we go through, we'll be doing meditation, method stretching. It's going to be some learning stuff about PTSD, how to get better, how to actually have professionals come in that deal with this on a regular basis. I'm going to be teaching the ASSIST, the Applied Suicide Intervention skills training, so that we can actually identify folks and teach them how to notice when their friends or their buddies are getting in that shape, that I was at one point in time. So as we grow, there will be safe talk as well, and then we'll actually be able to reach out and teach other organizations with the ASSIST. So it's not something we'll keep to ourselves. Living Works is the one that teaches it right now, and so we'll reach out to them. I'll get trained up this August, and then that'll be something that for veteran organizations and for the military, which I travel with the Air Force Wounded Warrior Air Force Wounded Warrior Program. I'll work with them, and I'll be able to do maybe some training, things that they don't do inside that program, and get some folks trained up on the military basis.
If you all can't tell by his shirt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I had this on today. And so as we walk back here in the property, again, this will be the first thing you see when you walk into the camaraderie. And as we walk back through here, it rained pretty good, so watch your step.
I got my boots on.
Yeah, this sometimes it gets a little sloshy back here. That's what we got to pay attention to. And as you'll notice, when we filmed the first place out there where the wagon was at, it's not going to affect any of the hunting ground. So this area here is very encapsulated. So this is the other side as you walk out. You'll walk in and walk out. So if you kind of pan back around there, you can see the 2 areas. So it's really secluded. There's trees all around, and then everything will be looking this way. We'll actually be looking the opposite direction, and over that is limestone cliffs that goes down to a creek. So there will never be anything built there. The trees will always be there, so it'll be something that will always be secluded.
Nice.
And so as we go back here, this is prime hunting ground here. A lot of deer, a lot of turkeys. We have a shed that's built over here. It's a hunting shed. My dad put it in, I don't know, many years ago. But there's been quite a bit of game that has been shot, harvested from that particular perch. When we get down here where you can see it, it's a nice little setup. It's up on some stilts. Hopefully we'll get down we can see it. But a nice little setup.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. Dude, I love these wildflowers you got here, but yep,
So
there it is.
There's the shed back there. So like I said, it's set up where everything runs, come on this ridge and comes across the back side. And so as you're looking at that, little set, like I said, it's a permanent structure, fairly decent size as you can tell.
Nice.
So it'll fit quite a few people inside there. And then those windows were flipped where they turn side to side so people can open them and shoot through the screens and be set up all inside. So deer and turkey is what you'll get here.
Oh, it comes the rain again.
Quite a bit. Here comes the rain. And then as we come back here, so my Uncle Gary was a big time avid hunter and fisher. Pretty much anything outdoors, owned a gun shop. This is his trail that he put in many years ago, so we dubbed it Gary's Trail. And it walks back through here all the way to the back of the field that you saw originally. And this is so he could get to some of his hunting land, some of the places that he would set up camp and go back there and go deer hunting or go
Nice.
squirrel hunting, whatever he was, looking at. So pretty much if it was in season, he was hunting it. And so one of my, one of the uncles that I really looked up to, spent a lot of time with him. And we both honestly, we probably act a lot alike, so I don't know if that's good or bad. But he was a great dude and a guy that I learned a ton from, both hunting, fishing, and just how to be a grown man. So just a really good guy. So in this area that you're seeing, my grandfather was World War II vet. I've got lots of family members that were in the service. My uncle always supported me, Gary. He wasn't in the service, but he always took care of me. One point when I was trying to think where I was at. I was in Iraq, Balad, Iraq, and he sent me some Mountain Dews and some Grippo chips. So if you're from this area, you got to have your Grippo barbecue chips and some moon pies. So that's pretty much the, for me, I like to call it the hillbilly care pack, right? And so he sent it over, and he started laughing because I think it cost him about $100 to ship about $20 worth of stuff. So it was well worth it for me, and I really appreciate it. But that's just kind of the guy he was, Gary Metcalf, great man. And this is the Metcalf farm collectively. I've been blessed enough to have an area that we can put something in that's going to continue helping folks and hopefully continue to bring the family back together more and more. But help a lot of first responders, help a lot of police officers, EMT, military, all branches. And honestly, it's not just for those folks, but that's where my comfort wheelhouse is at this point. 29 years in the Air Force, retired Chief Master Sergeant at 29 years. And it's where my wheelhouse is at. So we'll just keep doing what we can do and keep supporting those folks out there. And we're going to keep growing. So looking to break ground on this thing in November. So pretty aggressive timeline, but I pretty much got everything lined up. Sawmills, people with large equipment, and we're going to come out here and just have a great time. So, anybody who wants to support our way, we'll take it. But really, it's we're trying to build everything from the land and keep it on the land, and then maybe bring in some, Class 5 sand, stuff like that for the hard surfaces. But what you see around us is going to be some of our building materials. So pretty cool stuff.
Awesome.
So this is the trail I was telling you about. I've never actually been through this whole trail, and it may be a little slick, but as you can see, it's been mowed a little bit, but not.
You're the one with the white tinnies on. I got my hiking boots on. I'm good.
These white tinnies weren't so white. And so I just cleaned them up so I could make this little trek. So watch out, my balance isn't the greatest. I'm doing pretty good today, but still got to watch it. Anything time my feet feel something slick, it doesn't go too well for me. But as you can see, this will all be set up. Little areas you can see, little pockets where we can set up, little meditation areas or places for just people to come out and kind of get away from everything and figure out who they are and what they're doing and what the next steps are.
Y'all know what I'm thinking when I see trees and woods like this.
Oh yeah.
I want to come here and put up a tarp.
Oh, yeah. There's tons of hunting area. Tons of survival stuff we want to do and come out. This full canopy here, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, like it's pouring out and I ain't getting much on me. I like this. That was always
a good thing about hunting back here as a kid. If you can hear it, you probably can hear it from the rain. But on over this hill, there's a limestone wall back there that goes down, and there's a creek that runs, so it's probably running pretty good.
Yeah, it's been pouring all day, so.
It's pouring, so it's probably running pretty good. We'll pass it when we leave to go on back into Madison County.
Cool.
So again, this will all end up being an official trail. I'm going to end up cutting all this out, making it a lot smoother, adding in some paving areas or whatever, something. Keep it nature the best we can. But we'll roll this through here and have where people can come take a walk and not stumble through here like I'm doing right now. I forgot to have you sign the waiver in case you go down. You're too big for me to carry out, so.
That's why I'm a survivalist.
That's right, so we'll be good. As long as I don't get back here and I go down, you have to stay for a couple of weeks and I end up becoming the main course, we'll be just fine.
Not gonna lie, this place is awesome.
Yeah, I love it. This is where I grew up. I spent a lot of time back in these woods as a kid. There's a place not too far from here if we took to the woods. It's called the Bridge Hole. And as a kid, we'd go swimming back there and we'd go fishing back there. I haven't been to it in years, so I don't know, but it's a pretty deep area. And so the train tracks used to run through it. And so it's one of the places I think they did some offloading and unloading of water. And so it was a pretty neat little setup. Looks like we got a fallen tree back here, at least a big limb.
Oh yeah.
So with the heavy canopy, as you look, you know, there's not a lot of, it's not hard to get around back here.
No, this is like perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
It's not so overcrowded, but it's got just enough.
Yeah,
That said, it's, y'all can probably hear that. It's pouring up there, and we're barely getting drops on us.
And so as it walks back to here again, just gets cut out a little bit. They mow it from time to time. A nice little trail.
And it's a nice little hike. I didn't even think I was gonna go hiking today.
Yeah, see, you never know what you're gonna run into. It's tough you try to catch fish and you end up going on a hike.
All right.
So you can kind of see down here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
As you go down there and you're going across, this is that kind of limestone area I was telling you about, little cliffs. But if you're going back in there, there's a stream that runs through. Cool places to hang out. As a kid, we'd take lunch and go back there. There's these big rocks out in the middle, big sandstone rocks. And we'd go out there and hang out and have lunch and stuff, just hanging out on the rocks and splashing around the water.
Awesome. This place is awesome. Man, I definitely want to see this place done. This is going to be a cool place.
So this is, you know, as we go through, it's going to be little by little because obviously, you know, funds and getting stuff in, but
Yeah.
You know, we just keep chipping away at it. The good news is it's already mostly built. We just got to formalize it a little bit and get towards to pack it down and, you know, get rid of some of this roughage. But again, we don't want to destroy the natural habitat.
Nope.
That's the big thing. So it probably won't be much different than this. It'll just be mowed down quite a bit more, and there may be some ropes to help people get up, but I definitely want it wheelchair accessible.
Yes.
So, and folks that, you know, may have come back missing, you know, a leg, or folks who had a different experience than I had, and so when they come down, we can get them through this as well. Just look at that.
I know. This is so cool, dude.
Definitely a different experience.
I could entertain myself out here for weeks.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we need to do. And then just do like a week-long podcast and just have fun back here.
Yeah.
So if you look, this is where it comes back out into the field. And so here we are. And what a beautiful thing to pop out to.
Nice.
Look at that view.
If y'all don't know, that's where we started over there. There's the other hunting shed way over there. Looking back at all this open area right next to the trees. You know there's gonna be deer here.
So deer, I've actually have a video when I came to visit last time. There were 4 deer back there. And I stood and watched them for a bit, did some video. Actually, I walked about halfway up the road, or the the field here to see just how close I could get to them.
And check this view out, people.
Yeah, I love
Look at this view from out here too. Isn't that awesome?
If you come on, we'll walk down the edge here, and then to look at the other little view that's back there, looking at the hills. I love it back there. So this is another really...
Yeah, look at that, people. Just imagine sitting in that blind way over here, and that's your view to look out at in the morning while you're drinking coffee waiting for a deer to come out.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me that ain't gonna be therapeutic.
Oh, man. And like I said, they travel back here in the back. You'll see them. Like I said, I actually have video on my camera right now that will show deer that I tried to walk up on. You know how that went.
And truthfully, look at all the wildflowers, man. I know I'm a dude, but I enjoy that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
I've seen purple and white and yellow so far.
And so at one point as a kid, you know, these were tobacco fields and corn fields and pepper fields. And so, you know, I helped out up here. This is where my grandfather, this is where, you know, they lived. My uncle still lives here, which is awesome because he's actually on board with helping out as well with the camaraderie, and we'll probably get to eat some of his good cooking when we do some of these things, which I'm in town for a week, and on Sunday he actually sent me a picture of what he had cooked, and so by 12:30, 1 o'clock that day, I was sitting at his kitchen table eating some chicken and dumplings and cornbread and a bunch of other stuff that I ate way too much of. It was amazing.
Ain't nothing wrong with some chicken and dumplings and cornbread.
Amazing.
Man, look at that. So cool.
A lot of black bears in here, also lots of chiggers.
I ain't worried about you.
But the chiggers will get you. I came out the other day, I was in a pair of shorts, and I was fairly convinced that when I got back home, my legs were going to be bitten all to pieces, but bit up. But it wasn't too bad, so maybe I hit the off season for them.
I've had jiggers enough. It's never fun, but I always get through them.
Yeah, so I was pretty happy. Here's one of the feeders. Now back here in the back, we used to have 4 or 5 feeders set up out in that area, but really it was trying to bring some stuff back in this area. Might have to edit that part out. I'm not sure how close we'll have to be to the...
Oh, yeah.
If they don't ever come there, my dad, before he got sick, he had a stroke. And he brought a lot of deer and stuff back in this area. And it's just really frustrating that once he got sick, he wasn't able to hunt like he set everything up. He put that shed, he built that, it's an old hay wagon. And actually at one point we had this sitting out by the pond, and you could fish off the front of it. He built the little deck on it. So you could hang out in there and put some soda pops or whatever inside, and then you could take the kids and they could go out there and fish at the pond.
Tell me that you wouldn't love to hunt out of that. It's got a deck on it, people.
Oh, man. Come here and check it out. We'll go look at it. You can tell it's been well used when you get inside. It's not, I mean, it's not destroyed, but you can just tell that. And here's some blackberries.
Look at that.
Coming in.
Nice. Some of them are already turning black.
So, look at that. Some are turning black. There's another. You don't want to mess those up.
That'll bring the deer in right there by itself.
Oh, I know. So here's the shed.
Oh, yeah.
So chair's still sitting there. It's all set up, ready to go, everything blocked out.
Just listening to that rain hit the tin roof.
Yeah.
Man, I'd love to be sitting in here watching for deer right now.
Yeah. So you will see, that's why it's that way. You will see deer back there along the back where the fence line's at. Probably you'll just see them kind of traveling through there pretty often.
Yeah, this place is going to be awesome, dude. I'm going to have to make this its own separate video.
Yeah. Because then I can go out there and I can show it as well. But like I said, once we get it set up, you know, you'll be welcome anytime. Because the way I have it set up, it's going to be, you know, a bunch of places to stay. And what we'll do is we'll end up having about 4 retreats out here a year. Which I'll have to work it around hunting season, right?
Yep.
I don't want to make a bunch of hunters mad. And I may be one of those ones that's hunting. But, you know, maybe we'll stage out of here for a turkey hunt when people come in. And so we're back to kind of where we started.
Well, back to the beginning. I don't even remember where I started filming, but I know we were pretty close to this spot. Yeah. That's the memorial.
So here's the memorial for my grandfather. And so again, he was a World War II we called him Papa, and I mean, he was, like I said, I spent a lot of time up here. Him and Granny Annie and my Uncle Bill. This is some hallowed ground for me. Spent, I can't tell you how many hours and days I spent up here as a kid, just hanging out. Unfortunately, or fortunately, a lot of times I was grounded when I came up, and Papa would come grab me and say, "Come on, he's coming with me," and then I would come up here and hang out. So I guess it was probably good I was an unruly kid sometimes as a kid, because I got to spend so much great time with them. You don't realize just how great it is until, you know, they're both gone.
I hear you, bud. My grandpa used to be my biggest pain in the butt, but you know what? He taught me a lot of things that, you know, nobody else ever did.
Yeah, and they, you know, we did a lot of, we did such, you know, he was a great man, and some of the stuff that he did was just amazing here in the local community. When we pulled in here earlier, there was all the stuff over by the barn, and he would grow way too many fruits and vegetables. He would do way more green beans than he needed, and when he was done, he'd let the local community come in and pick what they needed. And so he had a giving heart. I'm about to tear up here now, but you know, he really took care of the people of this community, and you know, that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is just kind of live in his footsteps, and maybe continue on with what we're doing, you know, and kind of make him proud. So this land means a ton to me. He meant a ton to me, but he really helped out the community in more ways than I could even probably lay out on this video. But just an amazing man. Eugene Metcalf, we called him Papa. He's a great man, World War II veteran.
Awesome. All right, so before we end this video, tell everybody where they can go to help support YouTube channel and your coffee brand, and all that stuff. Tell everybody what it is.
All right, so if you go to the channel for Camaraderie Rescue Mission Incorporated, it's TCRMI. If you go the Camaraderie Rescue Mission Incorporated, so tcrmi.org. And from there you can get to the coffee link. The coffee link in itself, the webpage there is CamaraderieCoffeeClub.com. And on that one, we got multiple varieties of coffee you can choose from. And then there's also a contribution link, because that's the way we want it to be. It's not really a donation, because you're contributing to the better good of you know, everybody that's in this area. Plus, we're going to be making other. This is the template, and so they can go out to Camaraderie Rescue Mission, which is tcrmi.org, and you can go to Camaraderie Coffee Club, which is exactly that, CamaraderieCoffeeClub.org. And then there's a donor box that we have attached to both of those if you just want to make a contribution and not feeling like coffee. But we're also trying to spread the brand of coffee, because 50% of every bit of Camaraderie Coffee Club coffee, 50% of that goes to this, specifically to this. And so if you're buying coffee and you're drinking the coffee up, 50% will go to make that place look, this place over here, to bring in, you know, everything that we just talked about on that walk. So that's what we're trying to get to.
All right, everybody. So if you want to help him out, go check out those links. They will be in the description below. I will have all the links in the description below. It's going to pour on us again. It's all right. So as I said, this is going to be an awesome retreat for veterans and first responders, all kinds of. That's cold. It's cold.
So it's good though.
But it's going to be an awesome retreat for them. And of course, you know, I'll probably stop in every once in a while.
Oh yeah, you're invited for sure. Yeah.
So check it out. We're going to go get out of the rain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks a lot for the tour.
Thank you guys.
Bye.